Palaviews were like buses. You wait for one and then two come along together, and no sooner do I put up my test drive unlimited solar crown content, another trailer comes along. Let's take a look. So enter into the showroom, have a wander around and see elements of the game that you haven't seen before, wish you had, but now you're seeing them for the first time. Choosing your car, and of course we don't go for a test drive. We don't see the test drive here, but that's a core element when you buy your car, because buying a car isn't something you're going to get all the time. You're going to have to make a decision of what car is for you. You're going to test drive several cars. You're going to decide, this is the car for me, whether it's style, whether it's cockpit, whether it's a sound, whether it's your vibe. Your car is an extension of you in that way, and you'll bond with that car over time. So you buy your car, step into it, you can see the detail in the cockpit there, all looking very nice. Select your radio station and away you go. The environments, firstly, 60 FPS seeing running here, this is an alpha build, which is similar to the alpha build we saw at the event. And as you can see, the stream that we played on just didn't do the game justice in terms of the quality. Why it was recorded like that, I don't know, but at least just seeing it now running smoothly at 60 FPS, and my goodness, does it make an enormous difference to the overall proceedings. Now, before I get into the good bits, I'm going to talk there's a couple of areas that detract in this trailer, and we have to point them out. Okay, the first one is in the showroom. We see a gentleman there in the white t-shirt, and I just say to myself, this is simply not the way to dress in the Italian showroom. This is not the way to dress in the Italian showroom. Show some respect, sir. There he is wearing his white vest in the showroom. What's that all about? Need a bit of class, touch of Sharp's class I'm expecting when purchasing a car of this performance. And then of course we have to point out driving standards. The driving standards is key when you're cruising down the road here. We can see the car approaching the roundabout and taking the first turning, indicating as it enters the roundabout correctly, but then taking the wrong lane through the roundabout. You should take the outside lane if you're taking the first turning off on the roundabout as well. Something to point out in the future there. This is not good enough. What can I say? Not everybody is used to driving on the left hand side of the road. You will get used to it. But there we are. Other than that, we're cruising down roads. We're getting a nice vibe. I mean, a big part of test drive is just cruising. It's not about the racing. It's just about following the traffic rules. It's going for a nice long drive around the island, exploring the different landscapes. And in a way, I kind of like that they've showcased this in this video. You see the city, you see the industrial complex, you see the mountains, and you see other areas, sort of residential and sort of holiday areas, I guess, if you like. And there's very different environmental touches to, in terms of the way everything looks and feels. It's amazing how Hong Kong as an island, we see so much, I think, of the city part. We don't see much of the other part of the island, and there is just so much to explore there. And the complexity of this map, I keep saying it really to people, where in the previous test drive games you had large expanses of land where you just drove for ages. This is slightly different. Everything is built up. There are long drives, but everything, there's tunnels, there's flyovers, there's turn-offs, there's intense amounts of environmental detail that you just never had in the past. It really is a different experience. And of course, you've learned a lot recently from seeing the showcase and seeing the same build moving on here, or certainly being shown to a better quality than we've seen in the past. So really nice. And as you come to the end of the trailer, the car pulls up, you see the dirt tracks. Again, you see the detail where you can bring your roof down and just chill out and enjoy the view. Take a nice photo mode, something like that. So really nice to just see the game and dispel the first thing that was the game can't run at more than 10 FPS. I mean, some of the comments I've seen, the stupid comments I've seen, really is quite shocking that people thought that we were playing at that frame rate. It's really nice now for you guys to see just how lush these environments look when they're running properly. And again, we're still only alpha build, and it's very rare for games companies to show games this early, this far from release, with so much still to be put into the game. There is so much to talk about, there is so much to reveal, there is so much to explore, and we can't see or talk about any of it really at the moment until it's in the game. You might have seen parts of it, but until it's integrated and the graphics are there, we know that some people just don't have the vision. I guess I look at it like you're moving into a new house. Some people need to have white walls before they can decide, an empty house before they can decide if they can live there or not. I think it's the same with games. Some people need to see it all done before they can imagine it. They just can't imagine it moving forward in that way. I won't say that's without good reason. I've met game developers who say to me, it's going to change completely between now and launch and nothing changes. And I've seen developers where they don't say anything and the game transforms substantially over the years. So this is one of those titles that, given the scale of the environment and what they're bringing together, and knowing that there are aspects that are still yet to go in there, it's going to come together, and I'm very confident with that. Now, I should also mention, hopefully some of you have seen the new letter that was released, the new information letter, various information, some new screenshots. I'll focus on that right now. Of course, we've got the club there looking nice with the laser lights, all looking good there. We've got the car driving up to The view, again, those nice dirt tracks from the wheels in view, which is nice to see, and the reflections on the from the various scenery in the water. It's not, you know, nice hue to everything. Boat sailing by. It's a nice peaceful scene, isn't it? I do like a peaceful scene with some nice foliage. Driving along through the built up, I like to call it the holiday town area. Nice little houses, not a part of Hong Kong I've seen before. Very nice. But I think the highlight has to be the look at the streets HQ with that reflection there. A bit of, I don't know if it's that's actual ray tracing, but it's got that ray tracing vibe. Looks very nice. Looks very nice. And again, I think when you zoom in on that picture and you see the range of detail on there, the spray paint on the walls, the murals, it just shows how much work has gone into every inch of this map to make it feel real and lived in, to make it a base for the future of Test Drive. So much goodness in that picture, so much that deserves some respect. It's all coming along very nicely. But that's it from me. Do let me know in your comments what your thoughts are on this. And I'm just going to leave you with the trailer again, because why not? It looks brilliant to see the gameplay in motion. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.
So much to make it here, I came too far for this. They was sleeping, I was up and training.